so many people who are stuck believing that spirituality and religion are the same thing. Like me, I walked away from religion and wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. But then came to a point in my life when I realized that something was missing. And it wasn't until I started listening to my inner therapist that I discovered what was missing was a connection to myself. So this book, Transcending Fear, is actually based on my journey of essentially recovering from spiritual abuse and how I learned to find my own inner fulfillment. When I started writing this book, it actually wasn't intended to be a book for anyone else. It was my own therapy. And then I realized after I had gone through this therapy process of my own that there were things in here that might be able to help other people who had experienced the same thing I'd experienced. What I discovered is that so many of the fears I had, so many of the beliefs I had as a child were actually preventing me from finding true joy and fulfillment as an adult. These fear-based beliefs that were ingrained in me through my religion. Spirituality actually, religion says that you cannot be abundant because it is the root of all evil, and actually quite the opposite is true. Every one of us has the divine birthright to experience as much abundance as we want. In fact, we were actually born to be abundant, and we were born to be prosperous. That actually is a part of the spiritual promise. Freeing myself from the deep-rooted religious beliefs from my childhood has liberated me in a way that I could not have even imagined. The amount of joy and personal fulfillment and just inner bliss, connection to myself, and understanding my connection to every human being on the planet and to spirit, or to what people call God, is so spectacular and so unlimited, where before my religious beliefs were actually preventing me from connection to spirit. And I don't have that disconnect anymore. And I find that some religions are more controlling than others, and some beliefs are more controlling than others. We have a lot of fear-based religions that disguise themselves as love. And what I find is that those fear-based beliefs really cause trauma to the soul and prevent us from becoming who we actually have the divine birthright to be, and experiencing life in the manner that was intended to be lived. I had a very, very difficult time, even until recently, admitting that I came from a cult. I think that a lot of people do who are raised in those. It's like, well, other people were raised in cults, but not me, and I have finally come to accept the fact that I was raised in a cult. I was so terrified of the world, and literally of my own existence, because I couldn't do anything right. I was bullied by this God that told me I couldn't possibly do anything right, that I was a loser, a sinner, worthless, that I needed a man to take care of me, that I was nothing. I was bullied by these religious beliefs. What's been really interesting for me is learning that how, as an adult, everything that has prevented me from having a really truly fulfilling life is based in some kind of fear that I picked up as a child, just as being a part of society. And that these fears are so sneaky and so subtle that we don't even know they're existent until we start digging for them. And then once we start digging and finding out, why am I feeling this way, or why is this circumstance making me feeling this way, or why does that person rub me the wrong way, all of that is fear-based. I would like Transcending Fear to be something that people read and discover their own potential.